Welcome back to What's Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. You're looking at the Churchill III, which is a Tier 5 Soviet heavy tank, a premium heavy tank, and it's located on the north spawn of mines under the command of Colonel Coyote of the WCSA clan. Now, this is one of only 3 premium heavy tanks that you can get on the Soviet tech tree for training purposes, and it's actually quite a good one. You can get it in the tech tree shop, and it's got a very fast firing gun, but it's also got decent armor, which means you can survive in most very heavy battle situations. Well, we've come into a tier 5 game with tier 4 tanks in it, and he's armed with the 57mm gun, because of course the Soviets actually took out the 6-pounder that originally it was armed with and put their own 57mm in instead. Of course, they manufactured shells for that 57mm. So it made more sense for them to have that one available. Now, it's capable of doing, well, to show that come up again, it's 75 alpha, 110mm a pen. With the standard rounds and with the premium ones, it does 180. No HE rounds, just AP or APCR. Now, at the moment, he's not going near the enemy tanks, he's shooting at them from distance. But one of the great things about this tank is the fire rate. The standard reload time is 2.19 seconds, but you can see Colonel Coyote's got this down to 1.83. So you could just keep blasting away at the enemy. It looks like they got into the castle first. There's a BT-7 in there. That's the Booster Tanky 7. Or Shem, I think it is, if I remember my Russian correctly. Booster Tanky Shem. And we're actually pushing somebody back, and oh, it was a Panzer III Aslains there. And yes, he was a bit late getting off the spawn point, and he's taken some damage already. Booster Tanky, by the way, means fast tank in Russian. Still trying to nail oh, it's an M5A1 now that he's shooting at. Only got 2 hit points left, so I don't think he's going to be alive for very long. I think you need to dial in on that turret, and it looks like the Panzer III got there instead. Okay, so it's actually a British tank that was sent out to the Russians, to the Soviets. They sent 301 of them to Murmansk, and they were used by the Soviets at the Battle of Moscow. So the Germans actually went to Moscow, and all of a sudden they met a British tank at the other end. Must have been a bit annoying to them, because of course these tanks are actually quite good. They're solid tanks, they're infantry tanks. Now he's being hit by quite a few of the enemy, including a Matilda Black Prince. You can see that the Matilda Black Prince has been destroyed, though. He managed to get the kill on that. That was his first kill. You can see lots of enemy tanks poking out to try and take a shot at him. Even ones in the back down there. Now, he does go into tunnel vision here, Colonel Coyote, which is a bit of a mistake. When you're actually in a battle like this, what you should do is stay out of tunnel vision. Just aim using the rescue. Put the rescue on target. Just stay out like this. And then when you go around the corner, you can still see all that's going on and aim at the vehicle. You don't get to do this. You don't go to tunnel vision where you can't see what's going on. Now, I think that, you know, obviously Colonel Coyote's still picking up tips. And that's one of the tips I would say, yeah, very good tip to actually pick up, because it means that you won't get... you won't be seeing enemy tanks that, well, you won't be missing out on enemy tanks that are shooting at you, and that's his 4th kill, because of course if you are in the third-person shooter aim like this, well, that's gone to sniper view again, and that Booster Tanky is the same one we were looking at earlier, and now he's got him. But the longer you actually stay out of sniper view, you can see what's going on by just looking round. As long as you put the rescue on target, you'll be okay. Well, we've just spotted an enemy Arty, and we can go to the sniper view for this guy, because he's far enough away. And he's just creaming that guy, although he didn't get the kill in the end. The kill went to the AR-M2 Zabra 2 mate. But now we're going for the KV-1SA. Just keep pumping those rounds in. Oh, he got a fire! Can he get the kill? Well, he didn't, unfortunately, because the kill went to the Cheeky on our team. And that's the end of the game, and it's a victory! Well, that was a very brief battle, but it was a bit of fun. It's a case of blast away as much as you like. And of course, we can point out that Colonel Coyote actually managed to get 5 kills in that game, which is not bad at all. He got a second-class tanker out of it, as well as a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle. He got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He ended up with 5, which is 1 short of a Top Gun and 1/3 the enemy team. If he had taken out that KV-1SA instead of his teammate getting it, then he would have got the Top Gun as well. He got a shellproof for blocking more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle, a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, he got 7, and a hand of God for surviving the battle. Ham received damage from at least 4 different enemy tanks. But there were moments in that battle where he actually exposed himself to a great deal of fire from the enemy, and mostly because he stayed in aim view, or in sniper view, when he should have been looking all around and staying with third person, because it's really a guarantee that you will know or see an enemy tank that comes out of left field that you weren't aware of, and then you'll be able to engage them, or at least angle so that you don't get hit. He also managed to pick up a steel wall in that game. They blocked the most damage. Well, it's not really surprising, really, because there was just about anybody on the enemy team was firing at him, but not all of them were actually penetrating, because, yes, the Churchill was fairly rugged in terms of armor. It's those big tracks either side. The hitbox is actually just a tiny area in between those huge tracks, and is right on the inside. So that's what makes the Churchill III quite a good tank if you want to actually do block damage, because all you have to do is stick the front end of the tank round the corner, just the bit that's not part of the hitbox, and the enemy will just keep firing at you. They'll keep tracking you, but it's all block damage, you see, because it's not actually going through. It's not doing anything other than blocking damage on your main hitbox. So yeah, it's actually quite a good tank from that perspective. It also helps if you angle just slightly to make it even stronger on block damage. His win rate in the game, 4,770, which is Super Unicum standard. So yes, he is getting there. If he can just pick up a few clues like, the going to third person, keeping third person until he really does need to go sniper view, like he did when he got the bishop in his sights, then he'll actually make more money and more credits because he'll spot the enemy sooner. Anyway, let's have a look at the team score and see what he did. When he didn't get the highest damage in the game, the M4A1 picked up a high caliber for 1,780 hit points of damage. Second highest damage was the Skoda T24 with 1,480, and he managed to get third highest damage, 1,434 hit points, and of course he picked up the steel wall. When it came to kills, though, look at this. 5 kills for Colonel Coyote, 2 kills for the Skoda T24, the RMT, the Chihi. And on the enemy team, only 2 players actually managed to get kills at all. That was the Bishop and the Strodny Viz 39. And when it came to base XP, he got that one too. So he got top in 2 of the columns, 1,621. He was the only one to get over 1,000 base in the game. The next highest being the Skoda T24 with only 903, and then 775 went to the M4A1 who got the high caliber. He fired 51 rounds. That's a lot of rounds, but this tank does come with a lot of rounds. 170 ammo capacity in total. He got 21 direct hits on the enemy and 21 penetration, so you can see quite a few of his shots actually missed the target altogether. 1,434 hit points of damage, of which 335 were at more than 300 meters. He received 29 hits from the enemy. Only 9 of them actually penetrated, 20 non-penetrations, and 1,455 hit points of damage blocked by the armor. 1 enemy vehicle was spotted, 7 enemy vehicles were damaged, 5 were killed, 675 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he actually made 111,338 credits from that game. Well, it did help that he got a mission completion of 105,000 bonus. So, yes, that's a sort of incentive. But you can see the battle only lasted 4 minutes, 24 seconds. So 111,000 for 4 minutes. It's not bad work. He also picked up 15,562 experience points out of that one as well, but he got another mission completion reward of 2,432, and it was on a ×5 weekend, which of course did make a bonus as well. So a really good game in terms of the fact that he is at Super Unicum standard. I just think if he wanted to get more medals, he needs to just adjust the way that he plays in maybe in third person every now and then, just to see where the enemies close to you are, so that they can't get behind you. Because if you stay in tunnel vision, you won't see the enemy who's actually trying to sneak up on you from behind. But if you are in third person, then all you need to do is hold down your right hand mouse key, and you can spin the mouse and look behind, and then you'll actually see, whoops, that's me just using my mouse there, but you can actually hold down your right hand mouse key. That will hold the gun in the position that you're actually in, and then you only need to turn the mouse in your hand, and that will actually give you a chance to look behind you, see who's actually trying to attack you. And it also gives you a good idea to look to see where your next target is, see where the next enemy is as well. But it's one of those tricks that the top players know, and the top players, they stay out of the sniper view until the very moment they want to aim at the enemy, and then they go to sniper view just for a split second to aim the shot, and then they come back out of it again. And sometimes some people actually devote one of their mouse buttons to going into the sniper view so they can take a look and then pop back out of it by clicking the mouse button again. Some people use the middle mouse key, actually. That's the one. If you've got one of those middle keys, you can do it off that. But it can be very, very helpful, because it means you stay more aware of what's going on, situational awareness. And of course, when you want to go to sniper view, that's when you can aim for a specific weak spot and get that shell in. But great results that he got a steel wall and a huge amount of damage block. So well done, Colonel Coyote. Well, we've got another replay coming up from WCSA. It is a clan that does have members in What Arty Noobs. We'll bring the next replay along in a few in the next video. So if you can, please stay on our channel. And if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below, because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.